cabinet news, acting president calls for continued commitment to defeat dictatorship. The acting president of the National Unity Government (NUG, Tuwala Shila, has called on his administration to work diligently to ensure the downfall of the terrorist military council. His remarks were made during a cabinet meeting on December 10. Tuwala Shila emphasized that the Spring Revolution has the potential to bring an end to the military council, drawing parallels to events in Syria, where the dictatorship was forced to flee. I firmly believe the people will bring this dictatorship to its conclusion, just as an authoritarian leader in Syria was compelled to surrender and flee. Our government must demonstrate through its action that Myanmar's dictatorship will meet the same fate, he said. He cautioned that revolution, like time and tides, wait for no one. The current wave of the Spring Revolution, he noted, is the largest and most far-reaching in Myanmar's history. Without decisive leadership and unified efforts, there is a risk of being swept under. If we fail to steer this revolution with full determination, we may be submerged by the very wave we are trying to ride. Everyone must remain aware of the nature of this movement. Neglect or misstep could cause the ship we are rowing together to sink, he warned. NUG honors Taung New Year, praises allied forces for key victories. The National Unity Government (NUG) marked Taung New Year on December 11 by commending the Taung National Liberation Army (TNLA) and its allies for their significant achievement under Operation 1027. In a message celebrating the occasions, the NUG highlighted the courage and strength of the TNLA as its partner in three Brotherhood Alliance, the Arkan Army AA, and the Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army (MNDAA). Their coordinated efforts have led to major victories in Shan State, including the captures of several townships and critical military targets such as battalions and regional headquarters. The NUG also emphasized that the ongoing success of ethnic revolutionary forces reflects their shared determination to establish a federal democratic union, recognizing the Taung people's enduring struggle. The NUG reaffirmed its solidarity with the TNLA and the broader ethnic revolutionary movement, aligning with the aspiration for justice and equality celebrated during Taung New Year. Furthermore, the NUG and all ethnic revolutionary forces remain united in acknowledging that the terrorist military council has failed to provide any guarantees towards building the federal democratic union that ethnic groups across Myanmar aspire to achieve. NUG Prime Minister urges accountability in local administration policies. National Unity Government (NUG) Prime Minister Kayin called for strict action against violations and failures to adhere to local administrative policies during a meeting of the Central Committee for the Implementations of Interim Local Public Administration on December 12. Addressing the challenges of governance during the revolution, the Prime Minister stressed that while achieving perfection is impossible, transparency and accountability are crucial. He urged local administrative bodies to inform the public about accomplishment while openly acknowledging existing challenges. The Prime Minister emphasized that any misstep or failures in implementing policy must be thoroughly reviewed and corrected. He issued a firm warning that violations of laws and serious breaches of policy must be met with decisive action. Furthermore, Kayin called for a systematic evaluations of training outcomes to ensure practical applications in local administration. He also underscored the need for responsible and transparent management of public resources using local administrative bodies to prioritize the revolution's objectives in their financial operation. Ministry of Natural Resources and Environmental Conservation (NUG) Prime Minister calls for stronger collaboration to safeguard natural resources. National Unity Government (NUG) Prime Minister Kayin emphasized the importance of aligning natural resource operation with policies and preventing resource losses through collaborations with local organizations. He delivered this message on December 11 during a union-level Natural Resource Management Committee meeting. The Prime Minister highlighted the need for systematic and efficient management of natural resources, particularly during the transitional period. He noted that the Independent Federal Natural Resource Policy Drafting Committee is currently drafting sector-specific federal policies aiming to establish a comprehensive federal framework for resource governance. Myanmar Kayin urged collaborated efforts between local organizations and authorities to ensure operations comply with established policies and to minimize resource wastage. He further emphasized the necessity for the ministry to adopt a direct and coordinated oversight system, calling for stronger interdepartmental connections and unified actions to achieve effective resource management. Ministry of Defense, Allied forces successfully captured Taung military base in Kayin State. On December 11, a coalition of revolutionary groups successfully launched a decisive attack, captured the Taung military base of the Terrorist Military Council in Pabun Township, Kayin State. As confirmed by the Ministry of Defense of the National Unity Government (NUG) on December 12, the operation was a joint effort involving the People's Defense Force (PDF), Kayin National Liberation Army (KNLA), Burma People Liberation Army (BPLA), and the Force for Federal Democracy (FFD), who surrounded and launched a coordinated assault on the base. During the battle, the Allied soldiers seized significant military equipment, including large artillery such as 120 mm and 81 mm mortars, alongside a considerable amount of ammunition and other supplies. Spring Development Bank set to list in global cryptocurrency market. On December 11, Uni Pongla, spokesperson for the Office of the Prime Minister, announced during a press briefing that Spring Development Bank will soon be listed in the global cryptocurrency market. Additionally, he confirmed that individuals who purchase bonds from the National Unity Government (NUG) under its financial contract and whose contract terms have expired are currently receiving refunds. As of now, a total of 2.7 million USD has been refunded. Spring Development Bank would like to express our deepest gratitude to all the revolutionary citizens who exceed the specified amount and purchase shares during the ICO round. This is a victory for the people. This is not just a financial achievement, but also a political victory, showcasing the trust the public has in the legitimacy of the National Unity Government. Uni Pongla stated that Spring Development Bank successfully sold nearly 13 million USD worth of shares during its New Wave, New Home ICO Round 2. NUG spokesperson calls for military council members to join the PTF. On December 10, Uni Pongla, spokesperson for the Office of the Prime Minister, urged military officers and soldiers to break away from the broader dictatorship led by the war criminal Hlaing and join the People's Defense Force to protect civilians and restore the legitimacies of Myanmar's military. Speaking at a press briefing, Uni Pongla stated that we call on all the remaining officers and soldiers within the Myanmar military to separate themselves from the grasp of criminals like Hlaing and his associates. Join the People's Defense Forces and help create a security sector's reform in line with federal democratic principles to protect civilians and ensure their security. Now is the time to find an honorable path away from Hlaing oppressive regime. He also showed that the National Unity Government has established the People's Embrace Committee to help those seeking refuge from violence with the aim of minimizing bloodshed and ensuring the success of the revolution. The committee is already assisting defected military personnel and police officers in integrating into the defense forces. Between January and November 2024, a total of 475 individuals, including soldiers and police officers, sought refuge, with ranks ranging up to the level of deputy colonel. Over 3 years, more than 15,000 military personnel and police officers, approximately around 3,711,000 respectively, have joined the People's Defense Forces, with their families receiving support as well. United Kingdom's MPs call for arrest of Hlaing if ICC issues warrant on December 9. 6 British members of the Parliament, MPs, present and notions in the UK Parliament, calling for the arrest of Hlaing, the terrorist military leader, if the International Criminal Court ICC issue an arrest warrant against him. The motion, officially endorsed by the UK National Parliament, welcomed and supported the actions of the ICC Chief Prosecutor. The prosecutor has filed a request for an arrest warrant based on strong evidence of violations of international laws, including crimes against humanity, war crimes and genocide, committed by Myanmar. The MPs particularly emphasized Myanmar's roles in the brutal 2017 military crackdowns in Myanmar, during which the military destroyed Rohingya homes, carried out mass killings, and engaged in widespread tortures and sexual violence. This violent campaign led to the deaths of thousands of Rohingya people, with an estimated 700,000 fleeing to Bangladesh to seek refuge. The MP's motions call for all ICC's member countries, including the UK, to uphold their responsibility to ensure that Myanmar faces justice for this atrocity. The United Kingdom parliamentarians also expressed their strong commitment to enforcing international human rights laws and holding perpetrators of such crimes accountable. Ministry of Labour, frontline soldiers received support and encouragement from Prime Minister and Ministry of Labour officials. On December 10, frontline soldiers battling against the terrorist military councils were visited by Prime Minister Kayin, accompanied by Union Minister Hlaing, Deputy Minister Ujoni, and Secretary Toya from the Ministry of Labour. The delegation expressed deep appreciation for their bravery and sacrifices, offering words of support and encouragement. During the visit, the Prime Minister and the officials met with the soldiers, emphasizing that the success of the efforts is essential for achieving peace and a better future for the people. Deputy Minister Ujoni addressed the soldiers, urging them to remain steadfast in their struggle, stressing that their contribution is pivotal in securing victory for the revolution. The Ministry of Labour officials also recognized the significant role of the People's Defence Force (PDF) in the ongoing fight and expressed gratitude for their dedication. The Deputy Minister praised the soldiers for their tireless efforts and reaffirmed that the PTF and the Civil Disobedience Movement (CDM) are the driving forces behind the revolution's momentum. Military Affairs Summary for the second week of December 2024. During the second week of December 2024, significant development unfolded across Myanmar. Skirmishes took place on the Yangon-Mandalay Expressway, while clashes intensified in Bago and Magwe regions. The People's Defence Force (PDF) also formed a new military command for the Ayeyarwady region and control in Rakhine State, shifted as the Argan Army AA expanded its influence. Meanwhile, the military council has increased its use of drones for chemical warfare, drawing widespread condemnations for revolutionary groups. Attack on Yangon-Mandalay Expressway. In the second week of December 2024, the People's Defence Force (PDF) Battalions 4 and 10 from Ningchen District, alongside the Shah-2 War Drone Unit and other revolutionary forces, targeted the military council checkpoint at Mine Post 319 on the Yangon-Mandalay Expressway in Toji Township. This operation highlights the revolution's growing influence, targeting the key highway linking Myanmar's two largest cities, Yangon and Mandalay. Deadly clashes in Bago region. PDF Battalion 3802 from Ayeyarwady district launched an attack on a military council column of over 70 soldiers, killing 4 officers. The column was traveling up to the Bago range from Minla Township in another incident. PDF Troop 901 engaged in direct combat with the military council near the east bank of the Sidang River in Yidashi Township, resulting in further losses for the counter. Confrontation in Magwe region in Mindong Township, Magwe. PDF units confronted 100 personnel who were setting fire to more than 60 homes in Yuadit village. The PDF attacks resulted in the deaths of 300 soldiers, according to Battalion 4 of the Dayet District PDF. These clashes highlight the ongoing fighting between the PDF and the military councils in both Bago and Magwe region. New military command in Ayeyarwady. In a strategic move, the Ayeyarwady Regional Military Command was fully formed under the PDF Southern Military Region No. 2. This new command structure is responsible for overseeing military operations in the Ayeyarwady region, which borders Rakhine State. Argan Army expands control in Rakhine. The Argan Army AA successfully seized control of the final sections of the Military Council's Military Operations Command MOC, fight in Taung Township, expanding its dominance in Rakhine State. This move coincides with an increase in military operations by the AA in the southern part of Rakhine, alongside the formations of the PDF New Irrawaddy Command, Military Council's underhanded tactics. The Kayin National Defense Force (KNDF) reported that the Military Council has resorted to dropping Kamigal agents from drones along the Kayin and Shan State borders. This tactic is part of the military's ongoing strategy to counter the mounting defeat it is facing across the country, using the underhanded methods to have long been a hallmark of their operations. Let's see what do we have for our weekly roundup news in coming weeks. Thanks for watching PVTV International.